What's going on, guys? I'm under my truck today to put a DIY out for a 2000 model F-150 with a 4.2 liter engine in it. For about 8 months during the year 2000, Ford put out this engine and the temperature sensors in a different location. I've had a really hard time locating the location for this sensor, and it is making my truck run horrible. It's not, the gauge is reading correctly, it's just making my truck run horrible because it's telling the computer that the engine's cold all the time. And it's making it rev up really, really high at stops, and things of that nature. So my daughter's got the camera. She's going to hand me the camera, and I'm going to show you the location of this sensor. Alright, we're under the truck on the driver's side, sorry, it's driver's side. And that sensor is right there. That is the bottom right hand corner of the head next to the exhaust manifold. Make sure you do this when the car's cooled off, or truck, I'm sorry. And I think there's like some Ford Windstars and some other vehicles with 4.2s that were made around that area of time that are like this, but there it is. I've already done it and plugged it back in. I'm not going to bother. All it takes is a 3/4 inch wrench. There is no coolant that comes out, so you can actually do it if you absolutely had to when the truck is hot. I mean, you don't have to worry about any spillage, seepage, leakage, nothing to that effect with the coolant. Yeah, so there it is. I'm gonna get her to hold this, and I'm gonna crawl out from under here because it is getting ready to storm here, and I'll talk to you in a minute. Leave it face down. Well, whew. Oh, most folks could have probably done that without having to jack the truck up. Come on over here. Here, will you video this? Because I can't see what I'm doing. I'm having to use that camera. Most folks could have probably done that. This is what the sensor looks like. So if you wanted to buy it before you actually took it out, it's got a long skinny thread on it. It doesn't have the traditional short fat threaded that's domed over on the end. This is just flat. So in other words, let me show you where it's supposed to be located. And they went back to this in 2001. Alright, let me get my handy dandy flashlight cut on there. Alright, there's the air conditioner compressor, the oil fill cap. Oh, get my fat finger out of the way. And that brass plug right there is where it's supposed to be. Now they moved it back up there because that was such a pain in the butt for technicians to get to. But they have since moved it back to right there. Yeah, it's not there on this truck. And it's not, come on back over here and video this. It's not called the cooling system, what is it? Coolant temperature sensor. It's not called that on this truck. If you try to buy a coolant temperature sensor, they're going to give you the one that goes in the thermostat housing, and that's not going to work for you. You have to ask for, and I found this out at the dealership yesterday. I called down there to ask where, you know, because I was having a hard time finding it aftermarket via O'Reilly, AutoZone, Advance, Napa. Everybody kept wanting to give me the one up there. I'm like, no, there's not one there. And it is called the Head Cooling Temperature Sending Unit. And the idea off of Ford doing this, outside of being cruel and unusual, was to use one sensor to run the gauge and the computer. The function for it running both of them is that when the head cooled off, when the head warmed up, the idle would come down. This truck maintains an idle of about 12 about 1200 RPMs that start up when it's cold until that sensor heats up. Well, it takes a lot longer for your antifreeze to heat up, but that being right there at cylinder 6, and I think it's on the exhaust port, that heats up faster, so your motor's heat is up to temperature, but maybe your antifreeze isn't. Your motor will get hotter a whole lot quicker than your heater will blow hot. That's what I'm trying to say. But that's where it's at. I don't have a pipe. We just got in from school. I got angry looking skies. The bottom is fixing to fall out around here. So we're going to cut this off. I'm going to post it up. Hopefully it'll help somebody. It's really easy to do. There's no sense in having to pay a mechanic $180 to crawl under your truck to do this. It's super easy. 3/4 inch wrench. 3/4 inch wrench. I think mine happens to be a snap-on. But I invested in good tools when this was my way of life. So I use them. I fix my own stuff. My mother-in-law, father-in-law, in-laws, my mamas, my brothers, everybody's stuff. So anyhow, y'all have a good one, and we will catch you on the next one.